What's up, guys? I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never. Today I'm going to be giving an update on Algorand. Make sure you stay tuned until the end of the video. None of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief.
So first things first, I want to congratulate any of you guys that took this Algorand trade. We were calling out that it was in a double bottom and we had it drawn in a falling wedge where it broke out perfectly. And had you guys taken this trade, you could have made about 30% in 2 weeks. And I like to be able to back up what I say. This is my Algorand video that I posted 13 days ago. You can see it was trading at just under 9 cents. Now, I understand 30% might not sound like a lot, but if you compare that to the stock market, the average return is 10% in a year. That would mean we made in about 2 weeks what the stock market makes in 3 years, which are actually pretty incredible gains. And if you enjoy making gains in the crypto market, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Help me pump that algorithm. I would greatly appreciate it. But anyways, I'll go deeper into the charts at the end of the video. Algorand is currently trading at a price point of just over 11 cents. Its market cap is 887 million, which ranks 49th among all cryptocurrencies. And its circulating supply is up to 7.9 billion out of a max supply of 10 billion, which is about 79% in circulation. And if you guys are looking to trade Algorand, I recommend using Binance, Coinbase, or KuCoin. I think those are the 3 easiest centralized exchanges to use. But now the first thing that I want to talk about is this Algorand article that they have on CoinMarketCap. And it's called, "Will Ethereum and Algorand Thrive or Take a Dive in the November Limelight?" And I just want to caution you guys when you are reading articles like this, as they essentially say nothing. I'll show you what I mean. Algorand has also captured market attention, rising more than 2% on Tuesday and outperforming the broader crypto market with a 13% rally since October 28th. Algo showcases strong bullish momentum, further adding to the overall positive market vibe. And then you get down to the Algo technical analysis, treading a fine line. And it's just sitting here giving you a recap of exactly what happened. And then last but not least, you have the closing thoughts. What lies ahead for Ethereum and Algorand? Diving into their technical stories, we find Ethereum and Algorand in a delicate ballet of risk and opportunity. Ethereum is teetering on the edge, leaving the market in suspense. Will it break through resistances to revisit its recent peaks? Or will it yield to downward pressures, risking a tumble to lower support levels? Algorand is also in the mix, with its next steps likely shaping its trajectory for the weeks ahead. Yet the future remains a cryptic puzzle, with both assets gleaming highs and shadowed lows possible, leaving traders and investors eagerly watching, waiting, and perhaps wagering on what's to come next. So why articles like this exist, I truly have no idea, as they give you literally no information at all except a recap of what has happened. But the problem is that when you click on the article, you're expecting to get their opinion on whether or not it's going to thrive or take a dive. But I don't know, perhaps that's just my opinion. Anyways, as we move on to Algorand's Twitter, I want to point out a couple things. The first news being that Algorand is welcoming land token. But what I want you guys to notice about all of these Algorand posts is that they are hardly getting any views at all. 11,000 views. 13,000 views, 14,000, 15,000. Now you could argue that that's not terrible, but if you compare that to Caspa, Hedera, or other projects, those other projects are getting significantly more engagement. And the reality of crypto right now is that the market is heavily driven based on hype and speculation. And if I'm being completely honest, at the current moment, the Algorand hype is nowhere near where it needs to be next bull run in order to explode. So just understand the overall volume of Algorand is probably going to be pretty low right now. And then the other thing that I want to warn you guys about is that the Purestake is winding down and will officially go offline on January 1st of 2024. An alternative API is Algo Node. And this is some more news that could leave a bad taste in people's mouths, as it was just earlier this year that AlgoFi shut down. So honestly, right now it seems like every time we take a step forward and we get a new partnership, we take 2 steps back because something we had running closes. Now I want to be clear, I'm not saying all this to deter you from investing in Algorand. Personally, I still believe Algorand has phenomenal technology, and I still think it has a great chance to perform very well next bull run. But the reality is there are definitely safer projects than Algorand right now that don't have all of this bearish news constantly. But now we'll go into some other news that could potentially still cause Algorand to pump, just because it's very bullish for crypto overall. So this is Watcher Guru's Twitter. And the first thing I want to talk about is what they posted 3 hours ago. So Swiss bank St. Galler Cantonal Bank to offer Bitcoin and Ethereum custody services. And this is really good to see because you have to remember, a lot of people out there do not trust cryptocurrency. They don't understand wallets, the seed phrase, any of it. So if they have a bank that will store their crypto for them, they might be a lot more inclined to invest in crypto. And then the next news I want to cover is what they posted 21 hours ago. The Federal Reserve pauses interest rate hikes. They remain at 5.25% through 5.5%. Now, this could mean that the economy is getting ready to boom again. as the whole reason that interest rates get raised to begin with is to slow down economic growth. Now, this isn't really super important to crypto or Algorand in general, but the US government arrests SafeMoon founders John Caroni, Kyle Nagy, and Thomas Smith. Now, what is kind of funny about this is I actually made quite a bit of money off of SafeMoon. So personally, I have no ill will against them. But if you guys haven't done any research into what they were doing, it was very corrupt. And they were just siphoning people's money, which looking back on it now, I am amazed that I made any money on SafeMoon. But I am curious. Let me know down in the comment section. Did any of you guys also trade SafeMoon? And then the last thing I want to talk about is what they posted November 1st. PayPal receives approval to offer crypto services in the United Kingdom. So yet again, this is something that could help with overall global adoption. Now, for the final part of this video, we'll get into some technical analysis. So this is Algorand on the daily time frame. And as I said at the beginning, congratulations to any of you guys that took this trade. You could have made about 30% gains in 2 weeks. But now, as for what I'm seeing currently, the RSI and stochastics are extremely overbought. And I understand I've been beating this drum in my last 3 or 4 videos, but I'm going to continue to beat it because it's very important. You have to understand it is very rare to get an explosive move when the RSI and stochastics are extremely overbought. It just rarely happens. In my personal trade style, I am never going to chase a parabolic move with a bunch of green candles in a row. It rarely works out. But in addition, if you look at price action, it swings from a higher high to a lower high. The RSI is lower high to higher high. That is Class A bearish divergence, which typically signals a local top has been reached. In addition, the previous 2 candles are also tweezer tops, which typically means that the buyers are no longer in control. But I will also say there is a very bullish indicator on Algorand. If you look at the moving averages, the 21-day has broken above the 50-day moving average. That is a golden cross, which typically signals an explosive move is coming for Algorand. So a potential scenario is that Algorand would start to flag out, and while that happens, the RSI and stochastics would start to reset, and then price action could potentially get a bounce off the 21-day moving average as support, and we could get a nice move upward. But regardless of whether or not Algorand retraces in the short term, from a long-term perspective, this is a very bullish move, and it could be the start of an uptrend, which is really exciting to see. And the reality of Algorand is it is only up 28% from its all-time low. So even if theoretically you bought right now, is it the perfect time to buy? Maybe not. But at the end of the day, you absolutely still could make money on it next bull run, as it has gotten absolutely beaten to the ground during this bear market. Now, lastly, we'll go over Bitcoin as it's correlated to most altcoins. Now, in my last videos, I had Bitcoin drawn on a bull flag, and I will be the first to admit I was wrong. I thought Bitcoin would retrace a little bit more than this. Just like I said with Algorand, the RSI and stochastics are extremely overbought, and it's not just on the daily time frame. If you look at the 3-day time frame, they are absolutely cooked. Even the weekly time frame is cooked. So I figured there was a great chance that we were going to drop even further than this. But then the news about the interest rates came out, and just like I say in every single video, macroeconomics significantly outweigh technical analysis. So even with all of the bearish indicators, Bitcoin still pumped up. However, since then it did start to drop again. And I am going to stand by what I've been saying, because the reality of Bitcoin right now is that price action is trading way away from the high volume node on the VRVP and all of the moving averages. And these indicators typically work as magnets. So I still would be looking for Bitcoin to retrace a little bit more, and then it could potentially get a bounce off the 21-day moving average. But very similar to Algorand, regardless of whether or not Bitcoin drops in the short term, this move from a long-term standpoint is extremely bullish and very exciting to see. But just understand, in the short term, the crypto market is going to be extremely volatile. Just keep an open mind and realize anything can happen. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments, how high do you guys think Algorand will go next bull run? If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.